Hi, this is Aya from TipTops channel. I'll be showing you today how to work the C2C stitch or corner to corner stitch. I'll be using a Lee's Superlana midi. I'll be using a 5mm hook. Actually, you can use any hook that you'd like and any kind of yarn. I'm just going to show you the technique itself, and I'll be putting the pattern in the description box. It's not my pattern, it's just a link I found for how to work the stitch. So you're going to start with a chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you're going to be working a double crochet in the 4th chain from hook. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is the 4th, so basically you're going to be skipping 3. I'm just going to work a double crochet in the first one. I'm sorry, in the 4th one. And then I've got 2 more stitches, 2 more chains, so I'm just going to be working a double crochet here and another one here. Two, and this is the 3rd one. I just want to explain first the idea of the corner to corner stitch. You'll be working from one corner to another. So we'll be starting with one block or one group of stitches, and then increasing from the sides till you get the width that you want, and then you're going to start decreasing for the other corner to make a square. You can make it a rectangle, but I'll be explaining how to do that when we decrease. So here I've worked my 3 double crochet and I've got 3 chains. I'm going to turn my work. I'm going to start working 6 chains again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll be skipping 3 chains and working in the 4th again. I'm going to work another double crochet in the 4th one. Then I've got 2 more chains. I'm going to work in each one double crochet. Okay. So this is how it looks right now. So I want to attach this part to this part. So I'll be working a slip stitch in this gap where I have 3 chains. I'll be working a slip stitch because I want to connect them together. And then I'll be rising with 3 chains and working 3 double crochet in the space of this 3 chain. 1, 2, and 3. So here we go. If I compare it to this part, so this is how it looks like. I'm starting from one corner and I'm increasing till I increase to the width I want, then I'll be decreasing. So this was the 2nd row. I'm going to turn again, and then I'll be working 6 chains for my 3rd row. 3, 4, 5, and 6. So in the beginning of every single row, I'll be chaining 6. And then I'm going to work a double crochet in my 4th chain. So I'm just going to skip 3. 1. I've got 2 more chains. I'll be working in each one double crochet. Then I want to connect this block. I'm going to be calling them blocks. Blocks will be the 3 double crochet and the 3 chain. I'm going to connect it to the next block. But where do I connect it? I just connect it in the space for the 3 chains with a slip stitch. And then I'm just going to work 3 chains and 3 double crochet in this space. The space of the 3 chains from my previous row. 1, 2, and 3. I'm just working the double crochets faster because you're supposed to be knowing how to work the double crochet itself. Then I want to connect this block to the next one, so I'm going to search for the gap or the space for the 3 chains. I'm going to insert my hook and work a slip stitch. And since I'm increasing, or I'm not increasing here, but I need to work in this gap, so I'll work a 3 chain and a 3 double crochet here. When I first learned this this technique or this stitch, I had to watch the video several times before I could be able to work it on my own, because it's not that easy. I'm going to switch my work again. Start with a chain 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip the 3 chains and work in the 4th, 1 double crochet again. And I've got 2 stitches. I worked in each one a double crochet, so basically I've got here 3 double crochets and 3 chains here. Then I'm gonna connect it to the next block with a slip stitch in this space for the chain 3 and work 3 chains, 3 double crochet in the space for the 3 chains of the previous round or the previous block. 2 and 3. Then I'm going to slip stitch again in the next block and keep on working. Okay, so I've came to the point where this is the width I want, and I want to start decreasing. So usually when I increase in the beginning of every single row, I start with a chain 6. So right now I'm not going to work the chain 6. I'm going to flip my work. I can make 1 chain, and then I'm going to start slip stitching or without a chain, whatever you wish. And I'm going to slip stitch in the first double crochet that I have here. And then I'm just going to pull my yarn just to tighten this stitch, because I don't want a bulk of yarn here. And then I'll slip stitch in the second double crochet, slip stitch in the third one. So I've closed these ones, and then I'm going to work the normal part where I slip stitch in the space for the chain 3. I work 3 chains and 3 double crochet in the space for the 3 chains. 1, 2, and 3. I need to connect this block to the next block, so I'll be working a slip stitch again in the space for the chain 3. Work 3 chains and work 3 double crochet in the space for the space of the 3 chains. Oh. 2 and 3. Gonna connect it again with a slip stitch in the next block. Chain 3 and work 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to connect it in the last block. Connect it to the last block here, but I'm not going to be working the last block, because what I want to do is that I want this piece to be a square. So I'm just going to decrease in every single row in the beginning and at the end. So at the end here, if I was working normally with increasing from this side, I'll be working a chain 3 and 3 double crochet here. But since I want to decrease and I want my piece to be a square, so I'm not going to work here, and I didn't work here. But if I want my piece to be a rectangle, I'm going to decrease on one side and I'm going to work normally on the other side. So when I flip, I'll be decreasing here and not here, and so on. But since I want it to be a square, I'll be decreasing on both sides every single row. If I want a rectangle, I'll be decreasing on one side every single row, the beginning of every single row. So I'm just going to flip my work again. Then I'll be working, since I want it a square, I'm just going to slip stitch in the first 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. This is my decrease part. Then I'll be slip stitching in the space for the chain 3. Then I'm going to work my next block normally. I chain 3, work 3 double crochet, slip stitch to connect the next block, work the next block, 3 chains, 3 double crochet, connect it to the next block. This block I'm not going to work it because I have slip stitched in the previous one, so this one is closed. I need to close this one. If you want to put a stitch marker where you're not going to work, it's fine. You're just marking where you're not going to work. Then I'm going to be turning, working, starting from here, slip stitch in the first 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3, slip stitch in this space for 3 chains, 1, and then working 3 chains, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3, slip stitch in the next block. And then since these 2 blocks were closed because I did a decrease, this is the one that I'm not supposed to work. So here is my piece. It's a square. Usually the C2C stitch or corner to corner, most people use it for blankets, especially if you're changing colors. And I'm just going to tuck in the ends afterwards. Or if you're using a multicolor yarn, it works perfectly fine. And you don't need that much concentration, or you don't need to concentrate that much while you're working it, especially if you're increasing only or decreasing only. So if you leave your work and come back to work it, you'll be knowing what you were doing in the first place, because every single row you keep on doing the same thing. So if you like my video, like, subscribe, and I'll be putting the link for my Facebook. And I've got a link for ice yarn. I'm waiting for my order as well. If you want to buy online ice yarn. And I'll see you in the next video.